Welcome, everybody, to the next episode of the Baltimore-Annapolis Professionals Group's Get to Know the Members. Today we have Florin Celeru with us, who has a fascinating business. I think everyone's going to enjoy getting to know Florin. Welcome.
Thank you, Art. Thank you for the invitation. I'm happy to be here with you.
Excellent. All right, and how we start all these interviews is with our guest giving their elevator pitch. That way, we all get to know who you are and what you do quickly, but also as just kind of a help for all of us because we all need a good elevator pitch, so we get to listen to each other and learn from each other. So, are you ready?
Sounds good. Yes, I think I am. Yep.
Excellent. Okay, go.
All right. So Clarii Health, that's the name of the company. Clarii Health is a primary care clinic. That's how we started. And the main idea of what we do is that a close connection, close relationship between a patient and the primary care doctor will result in a very high quality of healthcare that's delivered, and also a lower cost of healthcare. And that appears to be a little bit counterintuitive. How can something that's of high quality cost less? Well, we have data to show that actually that is true. And the reason it is true is because essentially you prevent a lot of complications that could occur down the line, and that occur because of poor planning and healthcare that's not delivered at the right time. So, in a nutshell, that's what we do. The business model could qualify as a it aims at business owners, and the reason for that is because businesses end up paying for a lot of the healthcare for their employees in an employer-sponsored healthcare type of environment. So we work with business owners, and our aim is to keep their employees happy and healthy, and we do so by putting in place a number of measures that allow each and every one of the employees have access, rapid access, immediate access, if you will, to primary care and to health coaching. That's what we do, and the numbers look pretty good. Employees are happy, they're healthier, and the overall cost of healthcare goes down. So I would say that this is it in a nutshell, and I can elaborate on specifics as to how exactly we do what we do. But in essence, that is the gist of our business model.
Okay, excellent. So let me just ask. I imagine that you probably don't work with a lot of solopreneurs. What size business would normally make use of your services?
So, because of certain realities in the marketplace, business owners with 50 plus employees usually qualify, or they see benefit in this. The larger the business, the more value can be proven with numbers. The value is there for any size business, but it's usually easier to prove the value if you have more employees.
Sure.
And that is because you can extract the value from multiple areas. And for example, if you have a larger business owner, then you can also work with certain insurance professionals and really customize the insurance policy very well to the point where it fits perfectly that particular business owner, and it fits perfectly with the medical services that we provide.
Excellent.
This is why it works better with larger, but it works with any business size in the sense that if you have a business owner who truly would like to provide with the best value to their employees and to retain those employees, to essentially decrease missed days at work, to decrease the turnover, then absolutely it works. I mean, we are able to decrease missed days at work by 50% or so, just because usually the number one cause for missing work is you need a doctor's appointment. And if the doctor comes to you in one way or another, or is able to advise you immediately one way or another, which is what we do, then you're not going to miss work. It's as simple as that. So I think that any business size can benefit from this, but it's easier to show with hard numbers the benefits in terms of financial value, in terms of savings if the business is larger.
Okay. And would those 50 plus employees, would they normally be all in the same location, or would it?
Yes. So again, it's a function of the business size. If you have somebody who has 200, 300, 400 employees at one side, then we can certainly place a clinic at their site, which is a satellite clinic that works with our central hub. And if the business is smaller, hopefully there are a number of businesses in the same area that allows us to have a doctor in the immediate vicinity. And if the business has 50 employees, let's say here in the state of Maryland, and 50 employees in Delaware, where we can't really provide with a brick and mortar location at this point in time, at the very least, then we will be able to fully serve the people who are located here,
Hmm.
and you see benefits for those people. And we can also serve to a certain extent, although not fully, the people who are located in a different state through a variety of online tools and health coaching. But the most value is obtained for the people who are, say, around, within 10 miles or so of our location, so that we can provide with the whole value proposition, which is, for example, free included urgent care. So if you have a problem, you can just walk into to our location and we'll take care of whatever is going on. If it is within, the area of expertise of a typical urgent care, and you don't really have to go to and be treated by somebody who meets you for the first time.
Okay. Excellent. Um, and I would imagine that for the owner who prides themselves on being a great place to work, and the benefits obviously come along with that, I would think they would be enthusiastic about this type of service. Do you have any particularly good stories of owners that have really benefited and enjoyed what this can give them?
Well, so we started about a year ago, and we have a large number of patients, and we recently started moving more and more into the B2B arena. And we're still accumulating stories, so to speak. We do have some, and we are constantly looking to, serve our customers better. And by customer, I mean not necessarily individual patients, but rather businesses. And we're able to put in place all sorts of activities that bode well with providing with a healthy work environment. For example, we're doing now a healthcare challenge that involves two buildings in Columbia. One is our building, and another one is a sister building. And that is a weight loss challenge. We have paired each building with a health coach, and employees in the two buildings essentially battle each other in terms of losing weight, etc. So you can find that on Twitter. The hashtag is Battle of the Buildings, or the other hashtag, I think it's Waste Your Waste. So you'll find more information there about. So we're very big in terms of engagement. You can't really make people do things, employees, etc. And when it comes down to healthcare, it turns out that it's fairly difficult to change your way of doing things. So therefore, we're very big on engagement and on trying to turn our patients into active partners in the act of maintaining health or regaining health. So that's our approach, and that's why we have these challenges, etc. So I agree with you. What we do is perfectly aligned with the philosophy that it's better for everybody involved if your employees are happy and they enjoy coming to work and they enjoy the workplace.
Right. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. This is fascinating. I bet you this is going to become commonplace. You say you're the first in Maryland, but if we can look 25, 30 years in the future, this would seem like the natural place that we're going as a society. Would you agree?
Well, I think it's very difficult to predict healthcare, tell you the truth.
Oh, well, that's true.
And, looking back, healthcare has gone through a number of changes over the past 25, 30 years. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 25 years. One thing that assures us that we are on the right path is the fact that we promote high quality care. So we are not that big on, for example, on billing or fee for service. So that's what we do actually is the opposite, if you will, of fee for service. So we don't believe that charging patients or business owners based on services, the same way that a car mechanic might charge me for whatever work they provide, I don't think that bodes well with keeping people healthy. We think that keeping people healthy is accomplished only through a strong connection with the primary care doctor and a payment structure where fee-for-service is removed from primary care. And this is why we align our business model with quite a few other practices nationwide that are part of a movement called direct primary care. There are challenges. How do you connect this new model, direct primary care, with the insurance instruments, for example? That is a challenge, because if you choose to provide with care outside of the system, then it's kind of difficult to be compensated for what you do,
Right.
even if it's generous and well meant. But how do you get compensated for your services? So the way you get compensated is really by devising insurance instruments that wrap our medical services very well, and we are able to do so through partnerships with insurance, health insurance partners. So in essence, the product that we offer provides with everything that anybody might need. So you have primary care that's included in the premium. You have free, essentially urgent care. You have free one-on-one health coaching. You have up to 90% discounted medications, generics. You have up to 90% discounted blood work. We come on site to provide with wellness and disease management. And all of this is included in the premium. And we are also able to put in place a performance guarantee. If you don't see benefits, then we would be very happy to compensate you for that. So because it simply works, and so what's going to happen? Going back to your point, what's going to happen in the next 25 to 30 years? I don't know, but I think that we are all going towards efficiency. There are some other examples out there in the world of business. I mean, without condoning any of these businesses, it's clear that people are moving towards more value for less money. Look at Uber, look at Amazon, etc. So we are sort of going along the same lines, where we identify the least expensive ways to keep people healthy. And we do so, again, through health coaching, through primary care, urgent care. Everything is included because it's artificial to separate these issues. You want to keep an individual healthy. So then why would you separate primary care from urgent care? And it doesn't make sense. Everything needs to be bundled together, and you need to cover the remaining risk with the appropriate insurance instrument. You don't need to be covered for everything under the sun. You need to be covered for the remaining risk. And that's how everything comes out to be less expensive. Because you cover for the risk that you are likely to incur, number one, and those are the savings that come from the insurance side. And also, you treat medical problems early on, and you get the patient to be an active participant. So in other words, you get somebody who's sort of invested in the whole situation, and guess what? They're not going to charge you money to actually help with their own healthcare. So why not bring them on board? They're
That
the
makes
best.
sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's essentially how it works, and we'll see what will happen. But I think that things are certainly moving in this direction.
Excellent. All right. And our final question that we always ask our guests is there a particular bit of business advice or a book or something that has impacted how you've grown your business that you think would benefit other people to think about also?
Yes, certainly. So I am a physician by trade, and my approach is identification of innovative ways to help patients, really, both in clinical practice as well as in research. Um, Now, when I started this practice, I took a similar approach, and the heart was in its right place. But the problem, if there was a problem, was that I needed to pay a lot of attention to what people actually needed and
Mm.
who are the stakeholders. And through this process, I realized that one very important stakeholder in healthcare is the business owner.
Right.
Of course, there are some other important stakeholders, but initially, the business owner was not really there in my business model. And then I realized, hey, the business owner actually pays for a lot of healthcare. The business
Right.
owner is vested. The business owner wants their employees to be healthy. He wants or she wants the employees to show up to work and not miss work and not be sick and not have a high turnover. So that's when I worked very hard, and I partnered with insurance specialists to provide with a product that is well polished and that is very well targeted at business owners. After all, business owners pay for a lot of healthcare. I think that we should really listen to their needs, and we should figure out how to best serve them as well.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you very much, and we thank you for taking time from your busy day to share with all the other members of the Baltimore-Annapolis Professionals Group. Thank you.
Art, thank you so much, and I applaud your initiative. I think it's very important to keep in mind that technology is fantastic, brings people together, but it's also important to actually see each other face to face sometimes,
Absolutely.
to develop business that way. So thank you so much, and I wish you success.
Great. Till our next episode, have a profitable week.